Boat life is a lot easier once winter has passed, but you still have to maintain your boat, move and change your moorings, and that's not always as straightforward as you'd like it to be. It's a busy day today, there's lots of jobs to do. Lots of jobs have already been done. So I'm going to fill up with water first of all, that's the first thing to do, and empty the rubbish. But then we'll go on a journey today and I'll take you on some practical tasks as well as some mindfulness, I think. We'll try and fit some in. But even I had no idea at this stage just how eventful a simple trip would become. Helping me this morning. Why don't you go and lie in the shade a bit? It's a bit warm, isn't it? Clever girls there if you found the shade. See how far it gets by the time the water tank is full. Got a 500 litre water tank. So we'll start you from there and see how far you get. Like the garden. Come on, Seth, we need to go and hold up some traffic. Fancy holding up some traffic? Come on then. In that direction by the River Don, the house martins and swallows have been packing their beaks with mud for their nests. On the grass as you walk along the river in the dark the other night, there was a gorgeous hedgehog, absolutely beautiful. Incredibly, these little creatures can travel up to 2 miles per night. So these are the old mining towns, and I was talking to some fascinating ladies who lived all through the miners' strike, and they told me about what it did to the community and how it just divided people and tore communities apart. Mining towns like Stainforth were essential for feeding the Industrial Revolution of the UK. A miner described to us how they would noisily pack into the cage like sardines as the headgear lowered them down under the earth. They would travel down into the darkness at 30 miles per hour, but sometimes if the speed quickened, the whole system would cut out, and then not a word among them would be uttered until they heard the mechanisms were up again. so just going to pass under the M18 or the M18. So far we have travelled about 3 miles and everything has been straightforward. Okay, we are coming to the outskirts of Thorne. Thorne has a long association with ships and boat building. For example, Daybreak, the last vessel to be built in the UK to carry cargo under sail, was made here. And even though the big commercial builders have gone, there are still several thriving boat yards and marinas. So I'm hoping to buy some primer here somewhere. Find primer. Oh, right, they didn't have any grey, did they, Zaf? We had a lovely conversation. We met Jamie and Liz and Marley from Follow the Boat, a very good channel. They were a sailing channel and now they've bought a wide beam, so have a look at their channel. Mummy duck just took them in as I came out, so they're now trying to get the they're now trying to get the ducklings out of the lock, and they didn't do primer in the chandlery, so I'm going to go to Thorne Boat Services and try and pick up some there. And I'm also looking for a laundrette that does a service wash. See if the laundrette is within good walking distance here. This is a brilliant laundrette, and here we've got all the times. Okay, come on then, Zaf. I think, how do you get up there then? Perfect. So that's brilliant. I can just moor the boat anywhere and give them a ring at the laundrette, and she will come, the lovely kind lady who works 7 days a week. She says she never has a holiday, and but she seems really happy. She must love her job. She's going to come and pick it up, so that's unbelievable. What a great service. So I'll let you know how that goes, and if you're in this area and you want a service wash, then it's really good prices as well. Wash, dry and folding service. Half load wash and spin, so 9 kilogram bag is £4.50. This bridge has just stopped working. He's supposed to close these gates by hand and give it a little wiggle, but it's absolutely jammed. So you can't carry on with the next part of the operation. And lots of people are telling me that this bridge is temperamental and engineers are always here trying to fix it because it doesn't close properly. So we can't go much further. Might have to give CRT a ring. Can I give this number a ring? So I've just phoned the number on there, the town council, and someone's going to come down and have a look at it for us. So to wait here. And literally seconds after I'd finished the phone call, somebody miraculously appeared. He said the issue with this he said the issue with this swing bridge is that it's got these safety gates at either end for pedestrians, and when you've gone through it you need to lock them open, and so they have to click, and if that doesn't happen then whoever goes through it will throw off the shutdown. If you understood any of that, you're better than I am. I just really don't know what I'm talking about, but he knows what he's talking about, and that's the main thing, because he's operating the bridge. He arrived within 2 minutes of me phoning, so I think that he lives in a telephone box and he waits for a superhero call he puts on his cape and he gets here. I mean, that is so quick. 2 minutes. I mean, it wasn't even 2 minutes. I think it was less than that. He's going to open it manually for us. I don't know how he's going to do that. It's not windlass operated. And people are waiting now at the swing bridge. And as if by magic, superhero Thornbridge had decaped and returned to his phone box, ready to save the next helpless boater. But I just can't believe how quickly the engineer came out. He said a funny story actually. He said that they had to put those safety gates on, and that's what's causing the problem, because kids used to get on their bikes and they just used to go right across the bridge and jump into the canal on their bikes or try and hop over. Absolutely crazy thing to do, and he said he knows that because he was one of them. Yeah, got one more I think, and then we're going to find somewhere to moor. Hopefully this one will work. It's a good sound. But there was no need for superhero Thornbridge at this one. And soon after we were tucked up in the cow parsley and home for the week. I check for the nearest postcode to us and then order the food shopping online, writing a little note to the driver, letting them know that we live on a narrowboat. Oh no, look what she's found. What is that? Oh my goodness. What is that? Hey, look, 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 I can hear them. These are the swifts. The swifts are here. You can never mistake their screams. Let's see if they do it. I mean, it's so hard to film them because they're so rapid. Oh, what's that? Oh, they're so hard to catch. We're going to see what's become of some old peat farms. This year, I just think the hawthorn is the most spectacular hawthorn I've seen for a long time. I don't know if I'm just imagining it. A cold February, followed by a warm spring, makes for abundant hawthorn blossoms. We are in the largest area of raised bog wilderness in lowland Britain. Look at the cotton grass. It's brilliant, isn't it? Isn't it adorable? It's like little fluffy chicks on sticks.
And as we walk through Kroll peatlands, it's hard to imagine this landscape would have been tramways and canals wrapped around graveyards of dug earth. And while the land is now protected and nature is thriving, so too is the heritage of this industry because of some incredible volunteers.
People like walking the moors around here, and they saw what was happening with the railways and just left to rot when the peat mining companies left. And so they decided to do something about it. So they went to the pub like you do, and 5 years later this building was here. And that was the reason this place is here, really, because they used to walk past the engine which we call Little Pete.
Yeah.
And they decided they have to do something about it, so they did.
The volunteers restore old peat trains.
It's a Hunslet wagon master. It was originally built in Leeds, a whole lot of them were, only for use on the Irish peat moors. They took in Ireland enormous quantities of peat. They generated electricity with peat, but there again they shut them down within the last few years. So peat extraction is totally abandoned in Ireland, as though they've been scrapping, selling off. We wanted one of these.
They buy and lay authentic tracks. Hold special events throughout the year, provide delicious edibles in their cafe, and basically work their socks off to create this totally unique and wonderful experience.
So we have to meet
Railway standards.
main railway standards.
Fantastic.
We can be inspected, we can be closed down.
God.
So there is a serious approach.
Right.
Headstock stares across a smogless land of green, and seen from its metal eyes is a world it does not recognize. Skies of hawthorn clouds careen along a humber keelless cut away from what was seen before its seams below were shut. The sounds of blood and sweat and tears, now silent gears in lattice steel, and still it listens and it hears nothing from its clanking wheel. Pickaxe speaks upon the mud, the hum of chasers on the bog, a peatless engine as it thuds across a grass of cotton fog. The chiselled coal tap stone chat makes, it hears it all from caged confines, confined with metal bones that ache to stay and listen on the mines.